Hello again, folks. Apologies yet again for not having my face on your screens like I promised. But it seems the fault with my phone is worse than they thought. And it's going to cost more to fix the lens than it is for a new phone. Bleeding Apple, I tell you. But I'm due an upgrade, so I'll deal with that tomorrow. And you can once again enjoy the handsome features of your favourite YouTuber stood in front of your favourite flag. The best flag in the whole wide world. So anyway, some advice for any budding YouTubers out there. If you have conservative views and you're not so much a conspiracy theorist, and when I say conspiracy theorist, I mean the likes of David Icke. I'm talking about plausible conspiracy theories here. I'm talking about shady, real people doing real shady shit. And you would like to speak out against this, and you have reasonable questions, and you want to get your voice out there. And there's no better place to get your voice out there now than social media platforms, YouTube especially. Then you're in for a rough ride. I can tell you this with experience. My last channel, Ex-Army Paz 49 Talks, I reached the dizzy heights of 42,000 subscribers. And that took me 2 years, and it was hard going, and I was pushing out videos on a daily basis. And I really enjoyed what I do. I still enjoy what I do. But I had 40-odd thousand subscribers, and by the end, because I deleted my channel, I was averaging 5,000 views if I was lucky. Now I know 5,000 views is 5,000 views, but still. My work, my channel, my videos, my voice, my opinions, my reasonable questions were not being shared out by the YouTube algorithm. Now when I say algorithm, what I really mean is some progressive woke idiot who helps to run this shit show of a social media platform and turn it into some sort of 1984 Soviet Russia era place where they can control everything. So like I said, if like me you're a conservative, you're proud of your heritage, your culture, your people, your country, your history, then don't expect YouTube to take very kindly to what you're peddling, and they will make it very, very hard for you. And they're coming for us. They're coming for YouTubers like myself, the Reverend Lord Simon Sideways, Rotten Politics, who else? Angry Bootneck, We Got a Problem, another excellent channel. Now I know We Got a Problem has more than 100,000 subscribers, but he should be having far more subscribers than he has. But like I said, you know, they talk against the grain. They ask reasonable questions, and we are all labelled Nazis, racists, etc. All these insults, these slurs, these slanderous statements against us to make it even harder for us because they don't like what we say. So it's not just little YouTubers they're coming for, the ordinary person on the street who thought they could just amplify their voice on social media and be heard. But they're coming for celebrities. They have famously come for Joe Rogan. They've controlled him now. He's very careful about what he says on his podcasts. Majid Nawaz, there's another one, sacked by his left-wing, bigot-infested radio station LBC because he asked reasonable questions. And now they're coming for Russel Brand. And Russel Brand is an odd one for me because even though I disagree with probably half of what he says politically, I just find the guy really interesting. He first came on my radar on a program called Celebrity Big Brother, Little Brother, I think it was called. I enjoyed watching that. Yes, I used to watch Big Brother and I have no shame in that. But he hosted this show afterwards for about half an hour where he had a panel or a studio full of people off the street to ask him questions about the show. And he looked bizarre. He looked interesting. And he sounded interesting, and he had a fantastic way with words, and I just liked it. If I was on a desert island, I would have him and Terry Crews on there, because they both just make me laugh, and I find the pair of them really, really interesting. Anyway, I digress. But they are coming for Russel Brand now, and who am I talking about when I say they're coming for him? I want to say lefties, all right? But left and right now. I've used the term lefty as a weapon myself. I should stop doing that. I recognise that now. I should stop doing that because people of the left, though not left-wing, I'd say they're more extreme than that. They are really woke, progressive. They are controlling as well, and they're dangerous people. They know what they're doing. They're not stupid. But these are the people who want to control the narrative. And I struggle really to find another word for them apart from lefties, but right-wing now is being used as a derogatory term. These people who want to control the narrative want to use the term right-wing and make it as bad as Nazis and all the rest of the words that these people use. But they want to silence him because he's a YouTuber now. We haven't seen him on telly or in the cinema for a while. But what he does, he sits in front of your screen and he talks. He's a very articulate, intelligent man. He's very serious in his manner as well. There's no joking around. And he has spoken out against things that we conservative YouTubers have been shouting from the rooftops about for years now. So he has highlighted and he has spoken out against the actions of the cowardly and the villainous and the odious Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, the cowardly yellow little manlet that he is. He has also spoken about the biolabs in the Ukraine. Now, nobody would have known about the biolabs in Ukraine if Russia hadn't spoken out against it or mentioned it. But it was denied by the Ukrainians and the Americans. And then the Americans said, oh yes, okay, we have some. So he's dared to talk about that. He has highlighted the big pharmaceutical billionaire companies' corruption. He has asked legitimate questions about Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos. And he's also asked about the military-industrial complex. Now, all these things, YouTubers like myself have been talking about. If you're a left-wing person and you are for this list I've just given you, this list I've highlighted, then you need to ask yourself, are you really for freedom? Are you really for liberty? Are you really for democracy? Are you really for rights? The rights of man? And this is really weird because I follow a Marxist, an extremist Marxist on Twitter. Reason being, I need material for my videos, and also I need to highlight and shine a light on these creatures just to show everyone that they exist. And it's just the way they think is bizarre because these people are extreme lefties. They're Marxists. They're socialists. They're that kind of mould. They believe that rhetoric. And yet they are pressing for, they are pushing, they are shouting for freedom of speech to be restricted. They are ardent supporters of cancel culture. And they're championing big billion-dollar pharmaceutical companies who are making billions out of the plague that, that's still going around. And that's all Russell Brand has done. He has highlighted all this. And I just want to quote him. He said, "A small minority cannot control an uncooperative majority, so they must be distracted, divided, tyrannised, or anaesthetised into compliance." Russell Brand said that. And I have to say, and it saddens me to say this, but, the lefties out there, they fall into this category. They've allowed themselves to be tools, to be weaponised by these people to divide, tyrannise, distract, and anaesthetise people into compliance. So if you're a lefty and you're pushing for the jab on your social media platform, what the hell do you think you're doing anaesthetising people into compliance, into taking it, so the big pharmaceutical companies can make money out of it? Are you truly a lefty? Are you truly a Marxist? Are you truly a socialist? And that statement by Russell Brand is absolutely right. How on earth could anyone disagree with that, with everything that's gone on lately? And the mainstream media are also after Russell Brand. They did it to Joe Rogan as well. The mainstream media, the corporate media, they're the ones who are being controlled as well. They are weapons, they are tools to be used, as well as Black Lives Matter and Antifa. The people who are doing this, the shady people doing shady shit, have used and are continuing to use Black Lives Matter as a stick to beat the white man with. And they've given that stick to a demographic whom they have convinced are downtrodden victims. I mean, when one of your demographic becomes president of the United States, how the hell are you trodden down, victimised, and just held back? I don't know. I don't believe it. But that's what they're peddling. That's what they're selling now. And the mainstream media, it doesn't tell you the news or anything. It tells you how to think. It reports on stuff. They make stuff up as well, so you believe them. And that's all Russell Brand has done. Russell Brand, myself, others, people like you, ordinary people, not just celebrities, verified celebrities on social media, but ordinary people as well. All Russell Brand is done is ask reasonable questions and present an alternative point of view. And they want to shut him up. They want to shut us up. And like I've said about the Ukraine, you're only ever getting and as I've said with the Ukraine, you will only ever get one half of the view, one point of view, half of what's going on, what's really going on there. That's what I think. That's what I believe. I don't think I've been unreasonable there. I think I've raised legitimate questions as well. But no doubt the so-called YouTube algorithm will subdue this. They won't share it to many. But I shall continue. That's all I can do. Continue. Keep pushing my videos out there. Keep getting myself heard. And that's that. So let me know what you think in the comments. And until my next video, please comment, share, subscribe, and Roger Trout.